Okay. Okay. And options. How does one do this? Okay. Well, I don't know why it only goes a small thing. There it is. And go over to Discord. Dino Haven. Streaming. Come on. Set promotion. Paste. There we go. Okay. And go over to my Discord. Streaming. Yappers. Where is it? Media. Self promotion. And paste. Okay. And go. Okay, last stream I completed the tutorial and I got my new ship. However, my new ship decided it was not going to accept the game I gave it, so I'm now going to take it back in and give it its name. And talk. Now let's change the name and tell it to go fuck itself and tell it to give it a name. And make sure I spell it correctly. Make sure I'm doing this correctly. Fuck off. Okay, now over here. I don't know why I didn't like the name I gave it. Bun's Revenge. Okay. Hey, I took it this time. It is now the USS Bun's Revenge. Okay, now let's customize her. Okay. So the thing about Star Trek Online is that you can really get nuts with the ship. The base design is the Galaxy X from Star Trek All Good Things. Interesting factoid. They used the 4-foot model miniature to make this ship. Um, and they basically just grafted this piece onto it and put a big old gun on it. But we're not going to decide that. So the bases are as follows. You have the Galaxy, of course. You got the Monarch, which I think are hideous because I hate them themselves. Plus, it just looks ugly. You have the Venture, which is a sleek, polished thing, but it looks bulky in some weird ways. I'm not sure. You have the Yamato, which is the default. Is this what this class is? Yamato heavy cruiser, which I kind of like. And is I do. It's got similar bulk. It's got less. It feels less bulky than the Venture, even though it's almost probably the same dimensions. Um, these two I don't have access to because they're evil versions of the ship, but they cost months. It costs money. This one apparently costs 20,000 credits, and that is a grand total of $205. Yes, it is a lot of money for a texture. But there's some differences. There's difference in the deflector, but there's a Cirrus, which is 3 grand. Main difference: slightly smaller deflector dish, and it has a auxiliary low deflector thing on the front. I think there's something else. Yeah, the nacelles are slightly different. Yeah, I bet for the Yamato's nacelles. So, but I'm gonna stick with the Yamato. I could do it at Galaxy X, but I already have one of those on another tune, so. Bridge wise, I have access to the original Galaxy Bridge. These are all the different bridges you can have. Some cost money. Walker, Voyager, Sandra Intrepid, Connie. I think I am going to do Justice. Layout, I'm going to do small, medium, large. Okay, that's the interiors done. Exteriors windows, you can do various types of windows. Type 5 is standard. Then you have Galaxy, Fleet, whatever Fleet decides. You really can't tell against this hull. Let's see. Let's give this thing a different hull pattern. Let's see. I don't know, I have fleet textures. Let's do Sovereign Refit. That's better. Okay, and then they got windows to pick from. Let's see what looks best. There's type 6. There's Galaxy type 5, which is stock 1 fleet. I don't like that. Type 4, Type 3, Type 2, Type 1. I kind of like the Galaxy. Okay. Now, one thing you can do, this is just going to run the stock Capocia, which is what that runs, but you can also do like different necks, which will give the ship a different, like Galaxy, for example. It gives this ship a completely different feel because you've changed up how the rear section works. Which I'm kind of digging, actually. I don't think I've ever done this before. Let's see. Let's compare this against the stock Yamato versus the Galaxy. Yamato. Galaxy. I think I like that better. For some reason that still works with me. I think it's because it brings the nacelle up higher. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that. I think I'm going to make that one modification. Okay, so, alright, so we've got our ship all decked out, new color schemes, new paint jobs. I'm going to do one other change. It'll be settled here and there, probably. I think that just looks mean. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Apply changes. Exit that. Now we're ready for our first mission. Okay, now time for missions. We're off to see some Vulcans.
My friend sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew, a thought that troubles me to this day. The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The Klingons have chosen war. The Federation is doing its utmost to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But I fear that this conflict may be our undoing.
so serene, flying between the stars. Did you know that the original name for the planet Vulcan was actually a planet that's meant to be in our solar system? It was supposed to be in between Mercury and the Sun. Captain, we have arrived at the system. We took the liberty of contacting Ambassador Aid when we arrived. DePel says that the ambassador has certain arrangements that he prefers when traveling. She would like to go over them with you. Would you like to put her on the main screen? On screen, please.
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Sokat is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology.
Understood.
I believe that Sokat would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
We're on our way.
Starfleet shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions? Pajem is a small world near Andoria. It is sacred to our people. There have been Vulcans on Pajem for centuries. In 2152, the ancient buildings that housed our monastery were destroyed by the Andorians. It was a failing in our logic that led to conflict with the Andorians. We have corrected our error. After the Federation was founded, a group of Andorians, Vulcans, and humans rebuilt the monastery as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Since then, a group of monks has lived there. They study the ideals of Sirach. Do you have any questions? My business is my own. If you must know more, I require a meeting with the abbot. He will not use subspace communications, so if I am to receive his counsel, I need to meet with him directly. Do you have any questions?
Captain, I regret to inform you that we have come to an impasse in completing your mission. Allow me to explain. As you know, Pajem is sacred to the Vulcan people, and access to it is strictly prohibited. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty, but Savin, the leader of the order that maintains the monastery, has chosen this moment to illogically refuse to grant Ambassador Soketh permissions to meet with the abbot at Pajem. This is most abnormal.
Can this trip wait until Savin changes his mind?
The ambassador has considered going to the council to request that they overrule Savin, but the process will take time that he simply does not have. If the ambassador is unable to complete his journey to Pajem now, he will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Corridan is complete, and that could take weeks.
I wonder why Savin won't grant the ambassador permission.
The ambassador, I'm afraid, has spent too much time off-world. I have seen it change him. His interactions with other species have grown easier over the years, but our own people have become more challenging for him to deal with. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than he has in convincing him to grant the ambassador's request.
Let me Savin it then.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? Soketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? Many years ago, Pajem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary. It should never have happened. Buildings that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? I neither trust him nor distrust the ambassador. I simply do not understand him. He will not reveal his reasons for wishing to speak to the abbot, and has refused a mind meld with me. Normally I could respect his privacy, but other things I have heard trouble me. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? The monks do not use any unnecessary technology. Even replicators are not permitted on Pajem. There is a communications array available to the monks for emergencies. Soketh's request does not qualify. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect Pajem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect Pajem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Do you have any questions? Excellent. Our departure has been delayed long enough by the whims of one man. I am prepared for the journey and can leave immediately.
We're up to sea. Yeah, but. Come on, Slowpoke.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
Let's kick it.
Your inventory has a replicator that will allow you to buy and sell items.
Begin the mission. Sir, I'm picking up unusual energy readings in this system. We should be able to scan the system before we take the ambassador to the surface. Agreed, sensors on maximum. Klingons. They have come to play.
This is Captain Katak to all Klingon vessels. Target their warp drive. There will be no escaping our vengeance this time.
Captain being hailed by the Klingons.
Cease your fire, Captain! Perhaps today is a day for words. My fellow captains were blinded by our vengeance toward the shapeshifter aboard your vessel. They have died with honor. But if I am to die this day, then I would prefer to regale the halls of Sto-vo-kor with the tale of that foul creature's death.
Shapeshifter?
Ha! So even the mighty Federation has been fooled by the beast. Your guest from Vulcan is not as he or she seems, Captain. They are an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us, but we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of these honorless dogs dies screaming.
And Undine? Have you any proof?
Proof? Pah! Allow me to stick a blade in its belly while I look it in the eye while it dies. That should be proof enough, even for Starfleet.
I'll take that under consideration.
If you wish the honor of the kill yourself, then it is yours to have. So long as the Undine dies, I will meet my death with eyes wide open and victory in my heart. I await your decision. Close hailing frequencies.
Captain, sensor scan indicates that the Cleon's warp drive, shields, and weapon systems are all offline. I don't even think they have impulse power. Whatever you decide to do, they can't really do much about it. The Undine are a species that was first encountered by the crew of the USS Voyager. They are categorized then as species 8472. As Klingon Commander indicates, they are indeed capable of changing shape. Additionally, they possess telepathic abilities that aid them in infiltrating the culture of another species. I'm afraid that conclusions cannot be ruled out, Captain. Could conduct tests to determine if the ambassador is who he claims to be. Unfortunately, that would violate his ambassadorial immunity. Captain, Cleon waits your response. The Undine are physically superior to humans and consider anyone from this dimension to be an inferior life form. Their vessels are more than a match for the Borg. They represent a great threat to the Federation. Where is the Ambassador Sokath now? The Ambassador is still in his quarters. So I recommend that we send a security detail to detain the Ambassador until we can be certain of his identity. Sound precautions agreed. Captain Clinton awaits your response. So why use a Starfleet vessel? The Undine come from a mission known as fluid space. They use quantum singularities to move into ours. I'm afraid much of their technology still remains a mystery to us. But the thing is certain. It is not to be underestimated. I can't say, Captain, but as the Undine are virtually unknown to the Beta Quadrant, my guess is that they are aiming to conceal their presence here. And the Cleons? What the Cleons are saying could be true, Captain. If the Undine are in the Beta Quadrant, it would just be that the Cleons sniff them out before us. In this case, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Call the ambassador to the bridge and open a channel to the Cleon vessel. Let's settle this.
My patience is growing thin, Captain. If you lack the stomach to slay the beast aboard your vessel, then any Klingon here would gladly do it for you. I'd hate for you to stain that pretty Starfleet uniform with Undine blood.
Very gracious, but unnecessary.
Then the beast is slain? Makar! Very good. Perhaps you've the heart of a warrior after all. Let me look upon our enemy, and tonight we will dine together as warriors and drink to the honored dead.
I present Ambassador Sokath.
Captain, I take my meditations very seriously. Why have I been summoned to the bridge?
Accused, meet your accuser.
Alive? You're a fool, Captain! Strike now before it's too late!
Not without proof, Catal.
You want proof? Then lower your shields and allow me to beam over. Once the Undine's blood coats my blade, you'll see it for what it truly is. A Grint hound in Tark's clothing.
Ambassador, allow me to explain.
There's no need, Captain. The situation is not difficult to unravel. My concern lies in the logic of you entertaining this Klingon's meritless claim.
Meritless, but not unreasonable.
A most illogical conclusion. Allow us to examine the facts, Captain. You have a crippled Klingon vessel, whose captain has made unsubstantiated claims that I am an Undine, a species that is known to both the Federation and the Klingon Empire as a considerable threat.
Thus the reasonable consideration.
Potentially, but only if a great many other factors were to be true. Is it not much more likely that the Klingons have, in the face of defeat, instead sought to exploit Starfleet's desire for peaceful resolutions to conflict in order to repair their vessel and renew their assault?
Status of Klingon vessel. Weapons inoperable. Warp drive is still offline. Wait. I'm detecting energy surge. They're engaging their cloaking device. Red alert. Weapons. Lock weapons.
A true warrior strikes without mercy, Captain. I only hope to teach you this lesson personally before the Undine does. We may not be able to best your vessel, but a Klingon knows many roads to victory. The beast may have evaded my vengeance for now, but I can still ruin its plans here at Pajem.
Fire. We lost them on sensors. Captain, they're gone. Scan the area. Captain, I'm detecting energy signatures on planet Pajem surface. They're in the vicinity of the Monastery. There are series transfer signals. Lives that indicate they are Klingon. I'm taking a team down. Captain, shall I accompany you? No, it's too dangerous.
A wise precaution. Though I admit I am eager to see my people safe, I will await word until the monastery is secured. And Captain, let not my journey here be for naught.
Awaiting to Transporter Warm 1.
A wise precaution.
I read multiple Klingon patrols between us and the main building, sir. Recommend we proceed with caution. Stay alert. We need to find the monks. Lock and load. Let's see. Officer, some upgraded stuff here. You get a better gun. Yep. Golos, you get a better gun. Scarred. Scarred. Okay, you get this. bum 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 bum. Sir, we're receiving an alert from Vulcan. The boss says they must speak with you immediately. I'll patch you through to your tricorder.
I have terrible news. Vulcan security forces have discovered the body of Ambassador Soketh. They have determined that he was killed by a phaser blast at short range. His remains were discovered in a stasis chamber hidden in a cavern beneath the Ambassador's residence. The Ambassador on your ship, the one that I have been working for, is an imposter. You need to be very careful. This imposter was able to fool Soketh's closest associates for months. He is crafty and very patient. Now that he has been discovered, he will be dangerous.
Captain, security teams have reached Ambassador Soketh's quarters, but he is gone. They're searching the ship, but... Sir, unauthorized use of the transporter detected. Vulcan government requests that the Ambassador be detained and returned to Vulcan for questioning. So whoever the transporter used the transporter erased the logs, but we have a feeling that the imposter is on the planet's surface. I recommend locating him immediately. We'll find him.
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial. But we are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak shall perish.
We've been returned to Bun's Revenge and search for the Undine ship. We need to find that Undine and take it back to Starfleet. First, let me take the item. Now we can beam up. Captain, there's an Undine ship on an intercept course. So the Bundervin does not have the armaments to handle Undine attack. So it reports that it is sending ships to assist us, but they are about 60 seconds out. We have to hold out until reinforcements get here, Captain. If we get targeted by their torpedoes, we might have a chance.
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. Glad to see we made it here in time to lend you a hand. Perhaps you'll return the favor someday. LaForge out.
Wish these things had voices. We received the final data transmission from the Undine vessel, as well as a sample of the organic material that was used to create the ship. When you get all this back to Starfleet Intelligence, they may be able to decrypt the message and tell us more. I am really tired.
The ambassador was an Undine? I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
I've received a report there is a Bolian freighter that is overdue arriving at Earth space dock. It may need assistance.
To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. Warp core containment field down. Radiation flooding ship. Communications and life support failing. Cannot eject warp core. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us. To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. We're being pursued by Orion raiders. Crew injured. Taking heavy fire. Dropping out of warp near your coordinates. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us.
Travell, keep track of that distress signal. I'm determining the elevated levels of radiation on the Azura. I've alerted the transport chief of the situation. She can brief you before we beam over to the Azura. Way team, report to the transporter room.
Captain, I'm concerned about the radiation on the Azura. She might have some damage to the warp core, but our sensors can't pick up enough to determine exactly what you'll find over there. I'm sure I can send you and the away team to the ship safely, but getting you back might be a problem until the Azura's critical damage is repaired. Step on the transporter pad when you're ready to go, and be careful, sir.
Try to keep a lock on us and prepared to transport survivors. Sir, and pick up multiple life signs, some of them the Azura captain and crew, but the rest are Orion. Plasma leaks block our path to the survivors. We will need to use consoles to safely vent the plasma. Rescuing survivors is our top priority. Ensure you do not have the training needed to assist them.
Enemy targets on sensor.
What's really weird about this is every time I see these, I just think of spark plugs. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Dun dun dun. What's wrong with that? Meh. Meh. Failure on the artillery or breach is imminent, Captain. Unless bridges contain, the Azura will be destroyed.
We hid an Orion ambush on our way to K7. We lost our weapons almost immediately, and then we took a direct hit near engineering. Our warp engine's magnetic antimatter containment field failed. We had no choice but to drop shields and use the power to try to stabilize the containment field. As soon as the shields were down, Orions boarded the ship. I'll never let those green pirates have the Azura. Please, take my crew to safety. I'll keep trying to stabilize the warp core. If I'm lucky, I can buy you some time.
I'll help your crew. Containment of the warp core is failing, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. You need to get the array team and the survivors off the ship as soon as possible.
It is no surprise that the cowardly Orions cannot even handle raiding a freighter. But their call for assistance has given us a chance for glorious combat.
Yeah, glorious combat was over pretty dang quickly. You got your glorious little butts handed to you. Captain, there must be a cloaked vessel in the area. Should we alert the ship? Bun's Revenge. We have Klingons. The transporter right behind you. Away team to Revenge. We are ready for transport. Reserve readiness levels have returned to normal. The services are on the transporter pad. We don't have much time. Get these people off the ship now. We have them, sir. Ryan Woodford's on the way. Captain, we need you back on the bridge now. Rifle butt. Booty. Posterior. Rear end. Captain, incoming message from the Klingons. Put it on screen.
Leave now if you know what's good for you, Starfleet. We are taking this ship, her crew, and her cargo.
Azura and her crew are under Starfleet protection. Captain, we need to get within range and try to get a transfer lock on Captain Brut.
Attempting to get a transporter lock on Captain Brot, sir. Boosting containment. We have her, Captain.
Captain Barley safely aboard, sir, and we just in time, too. But her just before her ship exploded. Captain requests that we take her to crew to sector space. Starfleet will get them home from there. She said that she would happily speak with you if you wish.
You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can. The Azura was a transport ship, best in the quadrant. Mostly I hauled medical supplies or farming equipment, but I had room in the cargo bays for a little of everything. I have one customer who is just crazy for Tranya. I don't save the galaxy on a regular basis like you Starfleet types do, but hauling cargo is a good way to make a living. I'm helping people in my own way. You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
Well done. You saved that crew just in time.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
You have just earned your first skill points. Click here to learn more.
Okay, I'm feeling really tired, so I think I'm
Starfleet has
call it
lost
here.
contact with the Federation science station in the Kasei system. Because all communications from Kasei 2 must be boosted by a satellite that compensates for Metreon isotopes prevalent in the system. It may be that the communications array is in need of repair. Please make the necessary repairs to the communications array and re-establish contact with the science station.
We'll call it here. I'm really feeling tired. Weather's really getting to me today, and I'm just not feeling it. Well, I hope someone enjoys this, and I hope you have a great day, or a great evening, or great whatever time of day it is for you. Bye.